I'm excited to share some more retreat graces that I received last week and to share some of those fruits with you. You know, one of the things that we can do as Christians that really builds up community and spiritual friendship, which is something that we're always pushing, right? We need good spiritual friendship in our life to build us up, to keep us on track and to continue to striving for more. And today I want to get a little bit more vulnerable. And you know what? It is vulnerable to share some things that are on your heart because that's the deepest things. It's where the Lord is speaking to us. What is on our heart and what is going on there? You know, I was riding down to retreat last week, and this happened before the retreat. I was riding down to retreat with one of my best spiritual friendships, right? His name is Father Lee Brokaw. He's over at St. Matthew's here in town in Champaign. We were driving down together. We were just talking about our ministry. We were talking about some of the things that we've been up to, some of the things that we're doing, some of the things that we're excited about. We were talking about discipleship and mentoring. And he just mentioned to me 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And he just said it off the cuff. And it just struck me to the heart. I don't know why. I don't know what the Lord wanted to speak to me, but I would only find out later as I was on retreat. He said to me those words in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, which says, I not only shared with you the gospel of God, but I shared with you my very life. That's Paul basically talking to the church in Thessalonica. And he talked to them basically saying, I'm not just presenting you this book of rules, these letters that I've written. I'm not just presenting you the way that you should live. I'm actually giving myself to you. I'm showing you. I'm living with you. We're doing this together. And that's the key to mentoring. That's the key to discipleship. It's the key to spiritual friendship. And so as we talked about those things, those words just resonated in my heart. And I haven't told him this, but even throughout my entire retreat, I kept going back. I kept praying with that. I opened up my Bible and in almost every holy hour. And I was going back to those words. The Lord was just placing that on my heart. There's probably many fruits still to come from that time. But I'll tell you, there are so many things that I was praying about, and here's where it becomes vulnerable. I have to tell you something about my life. Sometimes I know that I get too busy. Sometimes I know that students see me as the busy priest, the busy chaplain, an image that I don't like to give off, right? But I know that I'm always on the run. I know that I like to get as much done in a day as I can. I like to see as many people as I can. I like to be busy. I like to be busy about the Lord's work. I don't want to be lazy, and I don't want to be seen as that. Maybe that's some of my insecurity, but back to giving my life. Sometimes I justify giving the gospel to others. And I can say, listen, I've done my job. I'm a priest. I'm supposed to preach the gospel. I'm supposed to do these things. I have many job duties. I do all these things. I get them all done. And at the end of the day, in my examination of conscience, oftentimes I'm asking, but did I give my life? Did I give my time to others? Did I spend enough time with those who are around me? Or did I just tell them what they needed to hear and move on? I can reflect more on that, but maybe you want to reflect on your own life. What are some of the ways that maybe you've done just what you're supposed to do as a Christian? Sometimes we're good rule followers. Sometimes we just check the box. Hey, listen, I went to Mass today. That was enough. I kept the Sabbath. I went to Mass. You know, or sometimes, you know, students have often talked about service, and I love that you want to give yourself to others. You know, sometimes we justify, and I've been there before, we've all been there before, where we see a homeless person or someone in need, someone asks something of us, and we give them money and we quickly and promptly walk away because it's uncomfortable. You know, maybe one of the ways that we give our lives to others is asking somebody's name, actually spending time, maybe asking if we can pray with them. You know, it's funny, I just came back from my retreat, and almost the very first thing that happened to me is somebody was waiting for me after Mass where I was covering in Urbana, and they were down and out, long story, but the Lord was asking me to give my life. And the Lord gave me a person who was a long talker, just wanted to speak with me. And I had to laugh because I was like, I just want to give you some money and I want to leave. I want to help you out, but I have other things to do. But I realized in that moment, the person was there and the Lord was giving me someone to give my life to, not just give my money, not just give them the gospel, right? So I stayed with them. I heard their story. I listened to where they've been. We talked about possible solutions for the future. We went to the gas station together. We filled up a tank of gas. We prayed together. I asked, can I pray with you? I called him by name several times, right? The man ended up crying and thanking me for that time. I'm not telling you this to exalt myself. I'm just telling you as an example of what might be possible if we not just give the gospel to others, we just give them our time, our life. I know that several of you have come and we've heard several stories from different students, and something that seems common is maybe in your own family, you desire more time with your own fathers. It seems to always come back to the father. Men and women I've heard from who have said, Dad, can we go to a movie together? Can we spend time together? Can we get dinner together? And oftentimes the response is, well, I'm terribly busy right now. Here's some money. You go to the movie. I'd love for you to go to a movie. I'd love to provide that for you. Here's some money. Go get dinner yourself. Go get a burrito. Go do whatever you want, right? And you come back saying, that's not what I was asking. No, I want to spend time with you. I don't just want your money. I want your life. I want a relationship. Well, remember that as you become spiritual mothers and fathers. Remember that as you become good friends to others around you. Not just to give them the gospel, which is one of the greatest things you could ever give somebody. Not just give them money. Not just give them an opportunity to do something, but give them your life. Right now, I'm telling you, that's something that I am desiring to work on. I'm desiring to work on it with you. I hope that you're desiring to do that as well. Maybe the next time you come to Mass, even you won't desire to remain anonymous. Maybe there's somebody there that you can introduce yourself to, form community, to give your life. Not just checking the box, but giving our very selves. Let's ask the intercession of St. Paul, the grace of the Spirit who groans to intercede for us. Let's ask for their intercession. Continue to give ourselves, not only to the gospel of Jesus Christ, giving our very life.